seconds there.
Stand by all cameras, stand by videotape, stand by slow-mo.
Stand by to roll videotape in 5.
And roll tape. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take tape.
Hi!
Boom!
I'm Dr. Gaffer. This is Yu Ming. You're in the back row. Welcome to another exciting and riveting episode that is In the Back Row Live. I just played that because everyone on Facebook is just going fucking football crazy, and so I, for some reason, found myself looking up like old football intros, and that one was from like 78, so like 73.
1970,
and it says
awesome.
it on the video, so yeah, I just really love like that intro part. It's like ready tape, ready this, ready that, and they're like, oh, check, and they're like, and then you like just like see like all these like guys up there like,
hey.
and like at the one point where they're just like ready slow mo. All I heard was like slow mo, and I just wanted like some guy like a yarmulke guy to be like
Slow-mo.
slow mo.
Hi, Fox there, Roxy. So yeah, right now the 49ers are up 17-13.
Is that a fact?
It's a fact.
And
it's a fact.
Oh shit, they're playing the
49ers.
Hawks, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, the 49ers are playing the Hawks, yeah.
Yeah.
And the 49ers are kicking butt at the Mo. Not too bad, but kind of at the Mo.
You know what? I was actually thinking about this today, and I'm sorry if for the You Now folks if we appear to be kind of like digitized.
We don't appear to be kind
I don't know what's up with that. I'm not really gonna worry about it because our recording here that we're gonna chop up and upload later seems to look good, and as far as I know, our sound is good, our picture is good. So something's got to go wrong in every show, and this time it's apparently the video on You Now. So there it is. Do we look the same on the Justin TV?
Nope.
No, we're clear over there. So it's a You Now thing. Don't know.
We look beautiful on.
I don't know. It could just be the laptop that we're feeding the You Now signal into. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Why not?
I just didn't go to enough college.
It entails that you did go to college. You just didn't go to enough.
I totally forgot what I was going to talk about now.
Cool. I didn't know what you were going to talk about in the first place, so I suppose that's fair.
Cool.
Let's talk about...
I get distracted by technology.
I get distracted by other things.
Oh, I was talking about... I remember. I know a lot of people that like to go to football games, and I'm ashamed to admit this, but I know a lot of people that go to football games and like to paint their face. And in the same token, I also know a lot of guys in West Hollywood that find it really hot when a really big, burly guy is crying while removing makeup. So there could be fun times in Seattle tonight.
Wow.
Let that sink in for a little while. Well,
Let it sink in.
For those of you who don't know, this is an entertainment news extravaganza buffet.
Which means we'll eat
added
something?
The extravaganza buffet part. It's really just entertainment news.
Oh.
It could be extravagant, I guess.
Well, I heard buffet. Now I'm hungry.
Now you're hungry.
You said
Yeah, nothing waters the lips like a nice buffet. So, my first bit of news. I'm gonna just try to like knock out the boring shit first.
Hey, let's do that.
Get excited for it. No, I'm kidding. It's not boring, but because I'm actually gonna read like a news story probably. That'll make it seem boring. But anyway, so I guess they kind of set a staging for this announcement. Fox to announce them doing away with their pilot series they announced it on stage in between, I guess, 2 giant tombstones. It said, "Rest in peace, Fox pilot season." And for those of you who don't know what a pilot season is, it's basically what the major networks do every year to try to hash out what shows are going to go on to become series. And it's really expensive, and it's also provides a lot of work for a lot of people. So
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see
getting jobs
how
done,
that
man.
works out for some people. But Kevin Riley told journalists at the Television Critics Association Winter Press Tour the network will be officially bypassing traditional pilot seasons for 2014. He and the studio have been wanting to do this for a long time, he revealed. Riley said the pilot season was built on a different era. It was built in a network monopoly when they had all the talent and all the audiences, and it's highly inefficient now. And that's really true. It was designed when you had ABC, NBC, and CBS, and then, Fox, came along as a network, and it's like, okay, so that's how it's done, so we're going to do it that way. And then come to realize it's like, wow, this is actually a really ridiculous way to go about this. He observed that one reason certain cable nets are producing such high-quality products is that they do not subscribe to a typical development calendar and conventions such as broadcast networks do. So they basically, find a script and some talent, and they create it almost in the same way that people would make a film as opposed to a television show.
Right.
And therefore all the talent and all the focus from their network goes into that one show. So obviously the quality is much greater, rather than having one guy writing for 3 different things. And
I wonder, is that why HBO is doing so well with the Game of Thrones?
yeah, absolutely. That's why HBO and A&E and a lot of other cable networks tend to do, even Netflix even has the
House of Cards.
House of Cards. I'm like, House is in the title of it somewhere. Fuck. Yes. So series like that are very successful, and I think a lot of the success of those shows has to do with this decision making, because the networks just really aren't being able to keep up. There's only so much. God, it's really sad that even the cable networks are now turning to reality television.
Oh,
remember
God,
back when it was just MTV doing that shit?
it's very painful these days.
So he says, we as a network will. They produced 80 to 100 pilots. He explained. After the pilot season is over, we screen them and schedule them and announce them in a compressed and crazy, condensed 2-week period, and then they kind of hash out and see where they go from there. So, it just sounds like horribly ineffective and wasteful.
Golly.
So selected the pilots that do select then have roughly 6 weeks to get into production and get on the air, and it's therefore there's nothing short of a miracle that this actually happens at all.
6 weeks.
When they're they say when they're competing with a huge swath of cable that has a lot of flexibility. The cable networks are able to correctively and creatively reshoot and recast, because they've allowed themselves an amount of time to actually work on their production.
That's insane.
So I'm thinking you're probably going to see some higher quality, more well thought out products coming from Fox, if that
and more out of work actors.
Sound crazy, yes, and that's the downside of it for me, if this really becomes a thing, and all the I think they're the first major network to do this, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm just wondering what that's going to mean, because I obviously have a lot of friends in Hollywood. Sam Proof, who was on just before us, is one of them, and he gets, I imagine, quite a bit of his work editing. He's a wonderful editor as well as actor and other things. But he gets a fair amount of his work from, I imagine, a lot of shows and pilot episodes like this. So there's going to be a lot less work. So luckily for him, he's a quality editor, so he might not have to suffer too much. But if you suck at it, you might want to think about it in a different career. I'm just saying, it's not going to be as plentiful as it once was.
Yeah, I think Sam will be all right. I think he'll get some jobs his way, just because he's good at what he does.
Well.
But yeah, if you are mediocre, too bad, so sad.
JD became a fan. I'm in the back row. Thank you so.
And so did Harley and Foxy Roxy. Yeah, fanages.
Oh my God. Just take a moment to feel the love. Can we do that? It's nice.
Yeah, it is
It's
nice.
nice. I like it. So, we're on the subject of cable stations. It appears the homophobic and racist comments made by Duck Dynasty star Phil Roberts may have indeed negatively affected the popularity of the show.
Wow, big surprise!
The series saw a significant drop in the ratings after A&E aired the premiere episode of the show's 5th season. So they're in their 5th season
Woohoo!
now. And we are actually in our 6th
Are we?
season,
This is
I
our
believe.
6th season?
I think, yeah, I believe so.
Cool.
So we've been doing like 6 years because we started August of 09. I think
Right
it was.
on, right on.
Yeah, August of 08.
Whatever,
Son of a bitch.
it's close
But anyway,
enough.
so we've been doing it a while. So I guess they're just as experienced with this reality stuff as we are. So January 15th, they aired their season premiere. And had 8.5 million viewers. Now, we're like, 8.5 million viewers, that's a lot. That is actually a little less than the amount of views we've had in our entire 5 years.
Yeah, I would love to have that many viewers.
We're about 10 million total for like everything we've ever done, I think.
Which isn't bad.
No, that's not bad. Actually, there was that one video that we had on YouTube, so we might be closer to 11 million.
Nice.
So over 5 years, 11 million views. That's still pretty good. But one episode they get 8.5. You're just like 8.5.
Shit.
So so how big was the drop then if they had 8.5 million viewers?
Gosh, what was the percentage? Did they say?
Well, it was a 28% drop off.
Holy shit!
Is what they had. Now 28%. If your viewership goes down 28%, people fucking notice. Like executives, advertisers, people like that. 28% is a huge number in a ratings drop.
Yeah, because now it's probably
Especially-
like 6 million.
And that's gauged against their season premiere last year for 2013 season,
That's fair.
which had 12 million views, which was, in their defense, a record for them. So the media, more than likely is making like a much bigger deal out of this, just comparing the 2 years to each other, which was it was the pinnacle, the top. So you either are going to move up from a record-breaking year, or you're going to move down. In this case, it was down, but it was quite a bit further down. So 28%. That's pretty huge. The premiere also saw significant drops in key demographics. Of its audience, including adults 18 to 49, which were down 33% for an average for a total of 4.2 million viewers representing them.
Oh my gosh.
The show's current ratings were also lower than A&E's 1-hour Duck Dynasty's Christmas special in December.
Oh Lord.
Which logged in nearly 8.9 million viewers. And you got to think, it's just like Christian's Christmas special. It's got to be, who wouldn't want to watch the Duck Dynasty family Christmas special?
Oh my god. And the whole controversy stuff happened right before
To me,
Christmas,
that seems like that would have been the one that racked up 12 million views.
But the whole controversy stuff happened right before Christmas, so
Right.
it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't get as high as
and
they
that's
expected.
and that's like that's a huge indicator right there. And it was also and that episode was also the first appearance by Mr. Robertson after they lifted his suspension.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it should have been a huge. It was like, hey, I'm back, and it's Christmas, and no one seems to give a shit.
Just kidding.
Well, okay, 8.9 million people give a shit, so that's definitely.
Or maybe
somewhat.
they just watched just to see like what would happen. Like, oh my God, there's so much controversy going on with this. Let's see what's gonna happen in this show. And
So they're, yeah, exactly. So their Christmas special, like I said, logged nearly 8.9 million views, and it was the first new appearance by the Roberts and the Clan family since their patriarch claimed the LGBT people were illogical sinners and African Americans were happier during the pre-civil rights era. They were happier then because clearly he knew a lot of them before.
I got no words for that guy.
So. I still don't understand what he was doing being interviewed by Gentleman's Quarterly. But whatever.
Because he's not a gentleman.
I mean,
At least...
Did ZZ Top ever get a GQ interview? I don't know.
I don't think so.
They might
But
have.
times are a-changing.
But yeah, so A&E was obviously quick to respond about the inflammatory comments that he had made, and they immediately suspended him. And the thing that they said about it is they said that they reacted so quickly and strongly because of their core values.
What's their core values?
Which basically inclusion and mutual respect is what they
Really?
claimed. And so I'm like, well, okay, if you reacted because those are your core values, then why didn't you stick to your core values?
I mean, if that's your core values, then you're going to follow your core values. So
it really just begs the question. It's like, okay, well, you just explained to us, like, okay, well, we reacted really quickly because of our core values. But it turns out that it was the wrong thing to do. It turns out that our values are shitty. That like being inclusive and respectful of all people is actually the wrong way to go.
That is
Our
so
bad.
That's bizarre.
I just have to. A&E, the Arts and Entertainment Network. Well, it's definitely not art, but I guess it's entertaining. So.
Well, it kind of is.
A&E. So. Just because I just love transitioning from like one goofy bastard to another. So from Phil Robertson, I just get to quickly talk about Liam Payne from One Direction.
Oh
Because
no!
anytime you can make a hop like that, it's magical in the news world. So I guess One Direction singer Liam Payne went off on Twitter Saturday night after UK journalists blasted him for daring to say that he likes Duck Dynasty.
Really? He said he likes Duck Dynasty and everybody's all
Yeah,
up in
so apparently he's one of those 8.5 million people. And now Liam's threatening to bail out of social media because of the backlash from it.
Oh, so it's kind of like a Shia LaBeouf situation.
I'm like, really? I'm like, there's no way a One Directioner is gonna stop posting shit on Twitter. That's never going to happen. He's going to be like a 97-year-old geriatric living in like some makeshift hut in the outskirts of Germany, and he's still going to be tweeting about what gruel he had that evening for supper.
Gross.
Trust me.
Gross.
He's never, ever going to give up social media. It's not
Hi,
going to happen.
Selena. Welcome to the Duck Dynasty discussion.
If you thought for a second that could possibly be a thing, there's no fucking way. No One Directioner is ever going to give up Twitter. You guys are safe.
That's why I was like, is Shia LaBeouf really going to?
But anyway, Liam tweeted the Duck Dynasty star Willie Robertson saying he's a big fan and respects the show's family values.
All right, sure.
So some UK media outlets labeled it as homophobic, and Liam got pissed.
Oh, yeah.
So he tweeted after being a fan of someone's show, in the way that because you respect the family togetherness of the show, it doesn't mean that he's okay with everything that they say. So basically, he's just like, well, I respect the familyness and the value of their family togetherness, but I don't necessarily agree with everything that they say. It's just like, well, dude, you either support somebody or you don't.
So he's waffling.
It's like, well, it's just like, supporting, a congressman, after he comes out that he's, like, a prolific racist. It's like, well, I really, agree with with everything he has to say about, the economy and healthcare. He just doesn't like the darkies. I mean, you just can't, you have to judge it based on its whole. It's like, yeah, it's a great show, and they're really good on the family values, and, lynching homosexuals in the backyard is just something that I just have to not think about so that I can concentrate on the family value core subject that is Duck Dynasty.
That's the way people are. They hear one little bad thing and they judge you.
Well, I kind of do. That's maybe why I don't have too many friends, but it's like, if you're pretty much a good person, mostly, but then you have one horrible trait like you're a racist, I'm not going to be your friend.
What if he likes sniffing butts?
It all depends on the context, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Good question.
Because it's kind of an awful trait. I mean, going up to somebody just like sniffing their butt, and being like, "Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
You're a romance."
Tacos today, huh? Good choice, bro.
I'd probably still be their friend.
So yeah. I guess Liam began like melting down after
Who?
Liam.
Oh, Liam. Like, okay.
Yeah, One Director. I guess he started kind of like going into a meltdown on Twitter once his fans started to attack him as well.
Oh dear.
He unloaded a barrage of tweets bashing the UK media and proclaiming he was sick of it all and would come back to Twitter once the freedom of speech law is back. That's a quote. So, which is funny because
it is freedom of speech. I mean, the people are retaliating against him because they have freedom of speech too. So.
Well, yeah, but he's tweeting this from the UK and they don't have that shit there. So.
They don't?
So go get fined.
Oh, I guess they don't.
Yeah, no.
Oh, all right. Well, then in that case, fuck you.
They've got a fucking queen. Any place there's a king and queen, you don't got your freedom of speech. I'm sorry, it's by design.
I forgot about that little fact.
I'm kidding. They have freedom of speech and freedom of press.
They do?
Yeah, but we invented that shit.
Now I'm just confused.
We fucked it up, but we still invented it. Hey! Oh my god.
What was that?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Okay, something trippy happened. I don't like it. All my connections seem good. Pretty sure it wasn't me.
I don't think it was. I mean, you didn't do anything that would cause that. Or did you?
I might have. I might have bumped something with my cock. So, we opened up the show. Could happen. We opened up the show with, this is our icon here.
Yeah! Nice car.
So, I'm going to go into my Batman comic book geek out portion of the news. Batman versus Superman is being pushed back, unfortunately, as if, it's not like it was going to be coming out, this summer or anything. But still, to have it pushed back because, it's already gotten so much hype already, what with, the whole, Ben Affleck controversy over him playing Batman.
Do you know when it was going to come out originally?
What's that?
Do you know when it was going to come out originally?
I don't know. I don't recall the exact date. But people have been speculating that it's because Ben Affleck had broken his leg. I don't know how that became a thing in the news, but that is clearly not true. Because we just had the what's the award ceremony? The Golden Globes that we just had. I should probably know this. Yes,
probably.
Golden Globes. And he was there at the Golden Globes and walking. So, leg is not broken.
How long ago, though? I mean, maybe he just, snapped it last night,
Well, from the time that the rumors came out that his leg was broken, he's been seen walking a lot since then.
Well, in that case.
So, clearly the rumors about him breaking his leg are not true. But on Friday, reports surfaced claiming the actor said to portray Batman in the Man of Steel sequel seriously injured himself, causing a massive delay in the production. But clearly, that's not true. Fleck was on the set of Gone Girl Friday and seemed to be just fine, so he's still working and doing his thing.
Gone Girl.
Warner Brothers announced on Friday night for the real reason, and I love this reason because it sounds like absolute fucking bullshit. But I'll let you decide. To allow the filmmakers time to realize fully their vision, given the complex visual nature of the story.
What?
What fucking producer or studio ever said that since Walt Disney died?
None.
None of them.
That sounds
clearly
ridiculous.
They're hiding something. So, Batman vs. Superman is now slated to open in theaters on May 6th.
Makes me wonder what the actual reason is.
May 6th of 2016.
Holy shit!
So,
get ready to wait.
So I guess you can just subtract 10 months from that and kind of get a rough ballpark of when that
Sounds like some video games that...
So I guess it was probably going to be, they were planning on a Christmas 2015 release, it sounds like then. It was probably what it was going to be. But it's been pushed back, like I said, 10 months, so it's going to be actually in the summer of 2016.
That's crazy.
And it's probably going to blow the doors off of anything, so it's kind of sad when you announce something like that, because then all the other studios have to figure out what the fuck they're going to do to go up against that, because they know, like, 2 years in advance, like, we got time to come up with something. So the pressure's on, motherfuckers.
It might just be all the hype that they want to, instill in everybody. They're like, hey, I know what'll make some hype.
That's
Delay it.
That's such a dangerous game, though, for a film like that.
Ugh,
you
for
know,
anything really.
Well,
if people are excited about something
it's a
already,
dangerous game to overhype something that's already just like it's pre-hyped.
Watch it be a flop.
You know, oh my god, it can't be. Otherwise, it's gonna have to be. I mean, it could be like the last. That one last Batman film with the guy from what was one with all the neon and there was Robin, their suits are really gay. Batman Forever, was that the one?
I'm not into the Batman stuff as much as you want me to be. So.
Fuckery. Anyway, yeah, but if it was like like seriously hardcore bad like that, that would be like magnificent. But hopefully they wouldn't spend that much time and money to make something that horrible. But it could be. I don't know.
Well, I hope not. I mean, for the people that want to see it, that'd just be a huge disappointment.
Yes. Yes, it would be.
I'd like for the people to be happy.
God, I wish I could remember the actor's name. Anyone out there in the chat room want to clue me in? He was like a soap opera. Originally like a soap opera guy.
Want me to look it up?
Sure. Go ahead, look it up. It's going to bug me now.
Okay.
Look it up.
You know what? Let's say Batman. Was it Batman Forever?
I think so. Who played Batman in Batman Forever?
Val Kilmer?
No.
That's what.
Well, then it wasn't Batman Forever then. I'm thinking of a different one.
Batman.
Who all played Batman? When I hear his name, I'm gonna feel really stupid.
Was it the Man of Steel one or whatever?
No, that would be
Batman
Superman.
Begins.
Beginnings, yeah, maybe.
Batman Begins. Christian Bale.
No, not Christian Bale. It was before Christian Bale.
Before Christian Bale.
I thought it was Batman Forever, but I guess it's not.
Let's look at Wikipedia. Wikipedia will have all the answers.
Seriously, someone in the chat room knows this. They're just not saying.
Probably.
Bastards. Bastards! George Clooney. Ha!
George Clooney, really? Which one
Yes.
was that?
I don't know, but yes, he was that was the absolute worst Batman movie ever. And my friend Craig made a drinking game out of it to where anytime you saw neon or someone used somebody's full name, you had to drink. And it was hard to get through the first 27 minutes of the film. That's all I'm saying.
that was Batman and Robin in 1997?
Oh, I guess so.
Huh.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
So now, here's part of the reason that I think Warner Brothers is really delaying the Superman and Batman project. After a good year or so of speculation, it appears that the classic 1966 ABC version of Batman is finally coming to home video this fall.
Ooh.
Although the character of Batman is the property of Warner Brothers and has been for decades, the television series was produced before that by 20th Century Fox, which still owns the rights to the series. So any replicas of like the cars or the Batman costume, anything from that show was owned by them, so could not be reproduced then by any other studio. But last year, Warner got all the rights to the merchandise and media related to the series from Fox, which is why DC Comics put out the Batman 66 comic series, and you're now seeing a flood of 60s style Batman merchandise featuring Adam West, Burt Ward, and Julie Newmar. Adam West being Batman, Burt Ward being Robin, and Julie Newmar being Catwoman. So there's been a huge increase in merchandise, the old school merchandise from that series.
Yeah.
So they're hype, kind of getting the buzz out for that.
Right on.
As far as the series itself, it's still been unavailable on DVD until now. So they just basically announced. And the way it was announced was like so bizarre because of like this picture. So you have Conan O'Brien like tweets this picture of himself, and the tweet reads, "I'm very excited at Warner Home Entertainment is releasing the Batman 66 complete TV series in 2014. This seat smells like Adam West." That's from this picture.
Oh my gosh.
So it's just like, it could smell like Ben Affleck's balls.
Oh my gosh.
The two might have a similar aroma. But anyway, he tweeted that out on January 15th in the afternoon. Warner Brothers confirmed the fact not long after that, saying the series will arrive on DVD and presumably Blu-ray in the fall. We say presumably Blu-ray because they didn't actually say it'd be released in Blu-ray. We're just making that assumption.
Fair assumption.
But they'll be releasing the complete series in a box set. Although the show only ran for 3 seasons, from 1966 to 1968. They actually, the first season, they actually did 2 shows a week.
Oh my gosh, really?
So
wow.
So it's I think it was like 120 episodes altogether. So that's a lot of episodes for one season.
Ton of episodes.
So hopefully there'll be like, I imagine there'll be like a lot of really cool like special features and extra stuff, and
that's gonna be awesome.
People are expecting that Comic-Con in San Diego this year is going to have a fucking shit ton of representation by the studio. You're gonna have your your throwback Adam West style Batman characters and stuff wandering around, I'm sure, in the old school Batmobile. I imagine, because if you'll notice, like this car here, this is a reproduction. This is in no way an original Batmobile, and you can actually see right here, if you look down right there, it's a Ford.
Oh, what?
So I wouldn't be surprised if they would be giving one of these away.
Ooh, I'll be in line for that
at some point, because this is like, this is not even close to how large the Batmobile was from the series.
Right.
That thing you could totally drive on the street.
And
I would do it because that looks sweet.
Yeah. Desi loves Batman. We feel you.
You gotta love the insane millionaire that goes out at night to fight crime. What's not to love about that? I guess he's a billionaire. He used to be a millionaire, but now that with inflation and stuff in these modern times, now he's got to be a billionaire, I guess.
Whatever it is, he's got money. I wish I had that money.
Me too. We could afford way better cameras and lighting. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Although
it would be the best internet show ever.
But this is kind of fun, being all nostalgic and
old
stuff and pixelated things.
Batman.
That is a cool car.
It is. So you don't have any news at all?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing. I had nothing.
You want to talk about your day?
Yeah, I got up at noon.
Cool.
Got some coffee. Drove to Lake City Playhouse. Did the show at Lake City Playhouse.
I like the look of that camera. It's very soft.
Yeah, it is kind of soft.
Nice.
Isn't it? It makes my hair look prettier than it actually is. Okay, well. Gosh. Yeah, so I played the show and then came home and then I ate a hot dog. With ketchup. Not mustard. Sam had one with mustard.
And that's the news.
That's really my day. And then I came and sat down and here we are.
Well, there you go. You've been filled in on her day now. Congratulations.
Hooray!
Hurrah!
I think I went pee, too.
Oh.
I don't think I've pooped yet. No, I haven't.
I always liked in series when they show, the bathroom for some reason, because I just hated when they avoided, Star Trek always seem to avoid the bathroom.
Oh, they do. It's like, do they ever go to the bathroom?
But on Firefly, they covered it, so...
Yeah.
I felt like I'm just this is how we shit in space. Okay, I'm satisfied now.
This is how we shit in space, yo.
We're not just avoiding it. Because when you think about it, you know, when I was a kid, I just remember like watching sitcoms. I'm just like, nobody ever shits. It's amazing. They just walk around, talk, and make food and eat, but nobody ever goes to the bathroom. It's so weird. And now we have reality television because of stupid fucking children like me. I'm sorry. Speaking of stupid fucking children, apparently people are very, very concerned about Justin Bieber. Because
As they should be.
He's got a very serious chemical addiction.
What is he addicted to?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked me that. His very serious chemical addiction, and I think there's been like a lot of hype, you know, kind of surrounding this. It almost seems like the Bieber franchise itself is kind of pushing this onto the media because lots of people close to Justin Bieber are like leaking things to the media, and it all seems very contrived. It's like, oh my God, he's so chemically addicted that he's gone insane, and that's drove him to throw eggs at people's homes and drive really fast on the street.
Is he chemically addicted to deodorant?
Cough syrup.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Really?
No, fucking cough syrup. It's really expensive, fancy cough syrup.
Because it has codeine in it, sure.
Yeah, but
and codeine makes you super tired.
apparently Justin Bieber, according to TMZ, is using drugs with an alarming regularity, and it's making him so erratic his people have been urging him to go to rehabs.
He needs to go to jail, and he needs to stop being famous, and he needs a mother and father who spank him.
So this is a fantastic shot. This is like the overprivileged Hollywood generation kind of like version of like NyQuil and NoDoz for the kids in the valley. So multiple credible connection sources tell us Bieber has been using, I guess what was referred to as sizzurp, fairly regularly.
Sizzurp?
It's sizzurp. SIZZURP.
Okay.
Regularly.
And what is that?
It's typically, I'm glad you asked, it's typically codeine and promethazine. And this is the best part. Usually mixed with Sprite and a Jolly Rancher. That's what makes you fucking street, yo! Fucking drop a Jolly Rancher in there. It's just magic. It's just magic. All I'm saying is I'm totally trying that, but I just don't like Sprite.
Kids these days.
Codeine, Sprite, and a Jolly Rancher. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Spoonful of Jolly Ranchers and Sprite.
Medicine go down.
I'll take my sizzurp in the form of a Mike's Hard Lemonade, thanks.
Apparently, Bieber and his crew refer to it as lean. That's
Lean.
Mm-hmm. Apparently that's a street term when you mix those items together. If
you eat too many Jolly Ranchers, though, you'll get
They
fat.
actually refer to it as it's a very dangerous narcotic that triggers seizures and even worse, but they don't say what the even worse is.
Dismemberment?
But they
Your
also
limbs start
mentioned
falling
that it's
off?
not the only drug that Bieber's been using.
Uh-oh.
We're told he's also been taking lots of prescription pills.
Yes.
Which prescription pills, they don't actually say.
They are not allowed to disclose that information.
But they did say one of them, which you can only imagine if they're only mentioning one, that it's the worst fucking one out of any prescription medication he might be taking. And the only way they get this information, you have to understand, is like, some jackass who probably just, got invited to a party by like, the biggest loser in his entourage, just happens to pop open his medicine cabinet because he needs to take a whiz and the downstairs bathroom is occupied. And it's just like, oh, he's taking Xanax.
This reminds me of when we talked about Justin Bieber's parties and how people had to sign a waiver, saying that they can't be on social media sites, tweet about anything, pictures, nothing.
Because of shit like this.
Yeah.
So apparently, Xanax is one of the things. He's also been drinking a lot of alcohol and smoking weed. So just to make sure that we're clear, he's been like drinking fucking cough syrup, smoking weed, drinking, and taking Xanax, and Basically, that would lead me to believe that he lives somewhere in the Los Angeles, Hollywood area. based on his eating habits, you know, because that's how you discover, you know, where animals are from, right? You know, you figure like, oh, what are they eating? Oh, they must be from this environment. Well, there you go. So it's just, it doesn't seem like something that would make necessarily somebody go insane. It just seems like a cheap excuse to why he's throwing eggs at his neighbor's house and nothing more than that. So he's probably going to end up going to rehab for like 2 fucking weeks, maybe even just a week. Who knows? And then, you know, coming back out just so he can say like, oh, well, I was chemically addicted and that's why I threw eggs at that guy's house. I'm like, super sorry. Please don't send me to jail. Because he might still go to jail for his egging. We don't really know.
I wonder if, you know, because of the egging, you know how they tried to get a warrant to search his house?
Right.
I wonder if they actually got that warrant.
No, they did.
And that's why. They did?
Oh, yeah. They searched his house.
And then I bet you that's where all this came from.
They found you know, drugs and whatnot. So apparently this cough syrup that he's using, which is featured here.
Codeine!
Promet codeine.
Prescription only.
Yep, prescription only. So you either get it through by a prescription or from somebody in another country, like Canada, which is where Justin Bieber, you know, gets his from, and it costs $800 for a pint.
What the shit? So that size, which is a pint.
Yeah.
$800.
$800.
Why?
Because it's a good shit, yo.
I guess.
It's actually the largest size you can get for that particular brand of prescription cough syrup.
Crazy.
Yeah, supposedly he consumes 8 to 12 ounces a day.
Crazy. 8 to 12 ounces?
Yeah.
This kid is fucked up.
So, you know, really, he just doesn't have a whole lot else to do. That's what I'm thinking. Yes. He's like, you know what? So what are you gonna do today? It's just like, well, you know, fuck, I've pretty much done all the cool shit. I guess I'm just gonna sit around in my really big house and drink cough syrup all day. Fuck it.
You know, he's gonna end up dying from that just because he's gonna get like ulcers and shit. And cough syrup's not good on the tummy.
Mm-mm. It's not good. It's not good on the tums.
No.
Oh, that felt good.
Oh my. Saber No says it's funny how all the stuff he does leaked, and his liver is saying no more.
Yeah, he's really tiny to be drinking that much cough syrup a day.
Yeah, he's a little guy. He can't take all that. God. Justin Bieber, you little fuck. If he was my kid.
God, what must your turds look like if you're drinking that much cough syrup? It must look like must look like baby eels.
Oh, ew.
Sorry about that.
Little red baby eels.
This is what happened to your brain just then. Oh my God, we're out of drinks.
That's a shame.
I'm gonna fill up again.
Okay.
Say something nice to the people.
Something nice to the people.
Good job.
Hi, people. I normally do gaming segments, but I worked a lot this week and then had shows to do, so I didn't do any news. And I have nothing else to say, except for I'm very happy that you're here. I like being here with you, with all y'all people. And Justin Bieber is a fuck. He's a messed up little shithead, and he needs to learn his lesson. And I don't know how he's going to do that. I just hope that someday he does get arrested for something. He should have gotten arrested a long time ago. As he was growing up, when he was a little kid getting into his music career, he wasn't too bad. He was just, you know, a pretty little boy, you know, that sang and girls loved him. And then he started to turn into something weird. And now he is something weird. So it kind of makes me wonder, where are the parents in all of this, you know? A lot of it has to do with the parents. If he was my kid, he'd be spanked a lot. Of course, I was spanked a lot when I was a kid, and I didn't turn out... Well, I guess I'm all right. Sometimes. Except for right now. I don't know. I had a good day. Thank you, Michael L. I liked some hugs and loves. Saberono says that was so funny when he was acting tough with his goons all around him. I know, right? He acts like he's this big shot guy when actually he's just like this little measly, weeny little thing. And his bodyguards all around him. Just like pick him up at the back of his, you know, the scruff of his neck, be like, hey, little Bieber, hi. This is, I don't know. When he's got nobody around him, I bet you he acts like a little wuss. I bet you if it slapped him really hard, he'd probably cry. I wonder if he's ever gotten punched. Let's see if he's ever gotten punched. Justin Bieber punched. Yes, he has. Punched in the face during a nightclub brawl in the Dominican Republic.
Yes. Because you don't want to miss a chance like that.
That is
We're in the
funny.
Dominican Republic. What the fuck are you going to do about that?
Oh my gosh. That was October of last year.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. If you're like, like in a third world country and somebody like punches you in the face at a club, you're just like, okay, you got me. Especially, especially if they live there and you don't. Just saying it's a thing.
And what the hell does Selma see in him? Selma, is that his girlfriend?
No.
What is Selma?
She was.
Oh.
But.
Oh, Selena. Selena
Yeah.
Gomez, that's right. Yeah, Selena, she's no longer his girlfriend, probably because he started being like a total, a bitch to her. And she was like, pfft.
I mean, we're gonna have hugs. Everyone out there should give us one hug.
Okay. Boop. Michael already gave like 4.
We'll hug you. Just imagine I'm doing this to you, Michael, 4 times.
Wow. Be scared, Michael.
Thank you. Or bacon. Hugs or bacon. I'll take either one, really.
Ooh.
They're both
How about
equally
both?
as valuable.
Hugs and bacon. Bacon. How about bacon hugs?
Thanks,
Bruno.
I love news, which is why I do a news show. I don't just love entertainment news. I love all sorts of news. So I'm a subscriber to the Young Turks. If you guys don't know the Young Turks and you like to be kept informed of things, you should go check them out on YouTube.
Stuff and things.
But they reported on this story. They do kind of like lighter stories, and they also do more serious, hard-hitting pieces. But they ran across an author named Virginia Wades, and she writes basically fictional works that she sells on Amazon. And,
Virginia Wade.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Hi, Hector.
It's fiction that it follows a group of women who embark on a week-long camping trip to the Mount Hood Forest. They're in the shadow of Oregon's highest mountain, and they are kidnapped and sexually assaulted by a mysterious woodland creature, which is Bigfoot. So she writes Bigfoot erotica stories.
What? Bigfoot porn?
Yeah, basically Bigfoot porn. So I want you to try to see if you can find some of this Bigfoot porn, because
on Amazon,
or just like I guess I don't know, search her name or something.
Oh, okay. Virginia West.
Wades.
Oh,
Virginia West.
Whoops. Wades. Bigfoot porn.
Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? Who's afraid of Virginia Wades?
Whoops. Virginia Wade. Moan for Bigfoot.
Moan for Bigfoot, which was actually originally titled Come for Bigfoot.
But it was a little bit too spicy.
But they made her change it. The people at Amazon were just like, you know what? No.
Moan for Bigfoot. It's a Kindle, so it's a download. And apparently right now, Kindle price is $0. So you can get it for free on Amazon.
It's $0.
It is $0.
Okay, that's weird. So apparently, this woman makes $30,000 a month off of people reading this stuff. So I was actually surprised that it's free. So you can. So you want to download it and read it to us?
I don't have a Kindle.
Oh, so it has to be downloaded onto a Kindle. You can like download it on anything.
Says don't have a Kindle. Get your Kindle here.
Oh, well, fucking balls. Oh, well, that's why it's free. They're using it to hot Kindles.
I guess.
We'll have to wait for one of those Amazon drones to fly overhead so we can shoot it down. There's got to be some sort of... Come on, it's the internet. There's no, like, somebody who's, like, already uploaded, like, a paragraph or anything?
Oh, probably.
But I just have like a small little quote here from it, and it's nothing really that fantastic. But it just leads me to believe that it's probably not written that well. But, I mean, obviously, you know, there's been a huge amount of success with people writing, like, vampire stories. That's always been, you know, big fun. I guess, it's, you know, it's just a very popular genre of writing for women to feel, like, helpless and out of control, particularly when it's, I guess, it's made... I guess, politically correct in the sense that it's just like, oh, well, it's Bigfoot. It's a make-believe, you know, creature. It's not, you know, real. I imagine if we could probably make some money and write one. Did you find it?
Yes.
We could potentially, you know, like, write something, too. I mean, if you just want to write, like, smut, like, we could, you know, write about, like, you know, a bunch of, like, you know, 19-year-old camp counselors that get, like, you know, butt banged by a jackalope.
Ugh.
And that could potentially be a thing. We could be earning $30,000 a month writing jackalope porn for Amazon.
Oh my god.
So, you want to...
Oh, is this just a preview? Damn it.
It doesn't matter if it's just a preview. Just
okay, well,
give us a sampling.
Chapter 1. 144 turns on a winding forest road eventually brought us to our destination. A sense of excitement rushed through me, not because this was Mount Hood National Forest, but because I would be spending a week hiking and camping with Christopher Vandekamp, who I had a crush on since 8th grade. Shelley was the first out. I'm finding Bigfoot, bitches. Come and get me, you hairy ape. I shook my head. God. Who let her loose? Asked Leslie. What a moron. I laughed. It's going to be a long week if she keeps that up. Everybody out, said Mr. Vandekamp. He was Christopher's stepdad and our chaperone. First come, first served on the cabins, so you better hustle. I grabbed my backpack, as did Leslie. We got out and met up with Cameron, Darren, and Shelley. Hey, Portia, said Darren. Nice backpack. It was a vibrant shade of orange. It's for hunting. He smirked. Aren't those supposed to blend in? I can see that thing for miles. It's so they don't shoot each other. He laughed. Tell that to Dick Cheney. Ha ha, you're so funny. Let's go. Get your cabins, kids, and remember, it ain't the Hilton. Thanks, Dad. He grinned. I do what I can, Chris. It was so early, there was still dew on the ground.
This is horribly fucking written.
When
do we get to the smutty part?
The warmth of the summer morning and the fresh air added an extra spring to my step.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I followed Shelley and Leslie down to a small path that ran along an edge of a shimmering lake. Cameron...
I cut myself. Sorry.
Cameron, Darren, and Christopher had gone ahead, determined to stake their claims. Shelley came up behind me. Mr. Vandekamp is smoking hot. His ass looks fabulous in those shorts.
I love his beans.
Leslie snorted. You ho. I'm ignoring that. All the guys look hot. I had to agree. It's going to be a hardship having to spend a week with him. I'm willing to suffer through it, though. You totally lust after Chris, Porsche. You know you do. Maybe you'll hook up. We can only hope. A series of rustic-looking cabins spotted the lake's edge. The boys had already grabbed theirs. And Leslie, Shelley, and I would take the third one in. There was electricity, remarkably, but no indoor plumbing. I knew we would be roughing it this week. So it came as a little surprise.
That sounded...
There was a communal bathroom a short way off. Oh, geez, muttered Leslie.
Oh, God.
I'm probably going to get eaten alive here. There is a damn mosquito right there.
If you're lucky.
She pointed at a wall. This is ridiculous. There's no smut in here.
There's nothing smutty about it.
I'm bored.
It's like smut like a 10-year-old would write.
Hang on, I'm going to buy
Actually, a 10-year-old would write better smut than that.
I could write better smut than that.
Yeah, I really like the story of Sleeping Beauty. The Sleeping Beauty series that Anne Wright wrote is way smuttier than that. 1,000 times smuttier. Big time smut.
Read now in a Kindle Reader. Continue shopping or view a summary of your order. Read now in the Kindle Cloud Reader. There's a Cloud Reader. Okay.
Oh, well, there you go.
See what happens here. Connecting. ... I'm really happy this is a free version. Because originally it's $10 apparently. Oh my god. Seahawk one. 23-17.
Oh, hey.
Bitchin'. Good job, Hawks. Alright, here we go. Tra-la-la, smut. Where is the smut?
So that means my Facebook is going to be full of very happy Seahawkers.
Hang on.
In San Francisco, well, you get to watch hairy men, sad hairy men crying, removing makeup.
Holy
Congratulations.
Shit.
Is this better?
Yeah.
All right, chapter 2. Here we go.
Chapter 2.
Rock it out.
Not at all. It could be fun. Oh. What about us, Mr. Van de Kamp? Asked Darren. If the chicks can drink, we should too. He shrugged. You gotta ask them. It's their stash. You're so cool, Mr. Van de Kamp, said Shelley, appreciation and awe shining in her eyes.
Oh.
Call me Doug. He sat on the blanket next to me. The party began in earnest then, with Shelley laughing and sharing her whiskey, the sports bottle being passed around. As we became more intoxicated, laughing and teasing ensued. Leslie sat with Darren and Christopher, while Shelley and I were on the blanket with Cameron and Mr. Van de Kamp. I ended up sitting in his lap. I used him as a chair, and he didn't seem to mind one bit. Shelley threw a blanket over us before she'd gone into the cabin to refill the bottle. This allowed Doug to wrap his arms around me, his hands rubbing my tummy. I was developing a serious crush on Mr. Van de Kamp. To my surprise, he seemed to not only want to flirt with me, but perhaps even take it a little further. I grabbed his hand and slid it in my panties. While the others talked about ghost stories and Bigfoot, I enjoyed the feel of his fingers in my... Can I say all the words?
Sure.
In my pussy, my stomach clenching with arousal. I leaned into him and stifled a moan. His finger slid up and down over my clit, and then lower to drive into my hole.
So like I said, it's really poorly written. We could totally write that. Understand?
I would continue on, but that's a little bit uncomfortable for me.
Well, even the dog is disturbed.
And rightfully
we
so.
could totally make some jackalope porn. I'm just saying it could be a thing. Yeah, jackalope porn. Anyway, I think that's about all the time we have for today's show. We gotta get to work on our jackalope porn. I'm Dr. Gaffer. This is Yu Ming. You've been in the back row. Thanks so much for watching.
We've been in the back door.
In the back door.
I'm gonna read more of this, for research.
Research. Of course. Research. Anyway. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to watch us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for all your entertainment and gaming news needs. Didn't get so much gaming news this time.
No, that's
so
my
much.
fault. Sorry.
Sorry
Xbox!